Good afternoon. It is Monday, July 28th, 2025, and I am, I'm going to do a video. Wow, surprise, surprise. Here I am running my mouth again, bitching or documenting, I guess. So, yeah, this whole thing, sometimes I don't know whether to. Whenever you're enduring these kinds of weird psychological encounters, abuses or exploitation, stalking, gang stalking, whatever, all the terminology, there's so many different words to describe the vernacular for organized stalking. But clearly, whenever you're going through this, you know what you know, because the things going on around you are so indicative of something that has been told about you that you aren't informed of, as I talked about in my videos over and over again. And with me, it's like I can pick up on behavior patterns and things that the way people treat me or talk to me, that they know something or that they've been told something and they've been asked to say a certain, it's like if I talk to them or if they talk to me, it's like they have almost like a script, like they're being monitored. And I'm going to give an example of why I know this is true. And this is a good example. At the gym, that Gold's Gym, the one that I had been going to for quite a while, the one on Walsham, in Highway 78, that I had started going to after they got rid of all those treadmills at Goliad location. Okay, then I all of a sudden started going there because I was like, you know what? The main reason that I go, the primary reason that I go to the gym is for the machines. That treadmill, that incline treadmill, free motion treadmill, as well as the elliptical. That's the main reason I go. All the other things, the weight machines and all that stuff, yeah, but that's not the main reason I go. I go for the equipment, the machines, cardio machines. And people might laugh at me, mock me for that, but that's just what I like to do. That's what I enjoy. Everybody's different. And there's no need to punish me for what I like. Some people, I don't need to justify or explain myself. I don't know why I do that. I over-explain myself, or I don't need to apologize or over-explain myself for why I do what I do. But I do certain things for certain reasons. Out of habit, out of custom, whatever. And when a person likes to do something that they've been doing for a long time, then so what? For example, there's people who like to play golf. There's people who like to go swimming. There's people who like to play basketball, baseball, whatever. I don't know. Or they like a certain vehicle, a certain car that they drive, or a certain food that they eat, or something that they enjoy, something that a tool that they utilize. Like it could be a person who has a fancy sailboat that they get to go to, people who have a lot of money, they have yachts and sailboats and they get to go sailing, and that's a hobby. So it's a hobby. So I could see this for me as more, it's not just a hobby, what I do, it's a passion, and it's something that is kind of vital for me. I've learned over the years of trial and error and trying things that didn't work and then going back to things that did work. And I always end up going back to what functions and what works for me. I've tried different things. They work for a little while, but I end up usually going back to what I like. And there's nothing wrong with that, because in society, they pressure you into always, everything's about change and this and adapting to new environments and situations and people and You know what? Fuck you. Pardon my language, but I have adapted to a lot in my life. I've adapted to all kinds of different environments and situations so I don't need to hear that just because I haven't traveled the globe and gone to live in India for a year, or all these places. I don't want to. I'm not interested in world traveling. Some people are. There's plenty of people who have shitloads of money, or you don't even have to have a lot of money to do that, I guess. But to each his own. If you want to travel all over the world and stay in hostels and hotels and meet people and fine, do it. I know what I like, and I know that maybe one of these days I might end up living in a different country when I want to. But that, what happens happens. But right now, I don't have the ability to do that. I really don't. If it were really up to me, if I could wave a magic wand and snap my fingers and say, God, please give me this. This is what I've been dreaming about. This is what I desire, and this is what I want. I can see it. And you know what? I've already had those visions, and I talk about it, and guess who? It's called destiny swapping, because certain people in my fucking family who I don't even get along with or talk to, it's like they're doing what I should have been doing or what I wanted to do for years, but they're doing that so easily because they have the ability or funds to do that, and then they mock me and insult me or make fun of me because I don't, because I can't afford it. So this is what people do whenever that people try to act like, oh, it's not, there's a lot of discrimination out there in the world against people who are not making a certain amount of money, or there's plenty of discrimination and plenty of that to go around because I've experienced it myself. And with me, no matter what I try to do, it seems like it gets sabotaged. I try to have a business, I try to do this, I try to sell my art, I've tried to have a webpage. So everything gets sabotaged, or my fucking ideas get stolen from me. So it's not like I haven't tried or that I don't try, but it's like there's only so much you can do when there's so much competition out there. At my age, do you really think I'm going to start trying to compete with people half my age who have... It's stupid. It's ridiculous because nobody's going to pay attention to the older person. And that's reality. When you get older, you're no longer desirable. You're not one of these people who stands out in the crowd. You're just kind of invisible in the corner. You may have been at one point somebody who got attention or looked better. Yeah, that's called getting older and age and stress. It starts to sneak up on you in different ways, okay? And then all the pressure about you better look this way, you better do that, you better, you know what, fuck you. If you haven't, most of you don't fight. You haven't had to fucking fight for everything that you have. Okay, you haven't had people threatening to take everything that you own for a legal case, for a fucking probate thing. So you people don't understand. You people have a lot of support. I don't, really. I have, they don't really care about what I do or what I go through. They haven't supported me emotionally, necessarily. It's like, so I have to do this on my own. And so that has made me stronger, but I'm not perfect, and I'm not trying to be. But I don't need more criticism from people trying to act like they're God or trying to play like they're perfect, when in fact, you know what? You're not anybody much better than me. You're not better than just because, I'm just saying, it's just fucking stupid. Because for the fact that I've been challenging things, and I challenge the legal system, and I challenge the gang stalking, and I confront people, and I expose atrocities and abuses, of course I'm going to be targeted. Of course these people hate me. And I honestly, what I'm just supposed to stop living life and just kind of go disappear or just kill myself? Yeah, that's what they want. That's what these people wanted me to do or expected that I would do, but it didn't happen, and it's not going to happen. But there's, I do the best I can. And needless to say, with all the fucking flying monkeys and gang stalkers, knowing that, making fun of me because I go to the gym and use a certain kind of machine, and making fun of me how I use that machine and all that shit, I've been through it all, okay? I don't give a fuck what these people say. But to make a long story short, I'll try to be more brief with this. I go to the gym today, and all this weird shit is going on. Obviously, since I started going back there, there's weird stuff going on behind my back, because clearly they fucking did something behind my back. That sibling. Once again, that narcissistic fucking sibling and these other people were doing something to exploit me financially without my consent, assuming that I was too dumb. But that's what they did. That's what they have been doing, and that's what they're still trying to do. And so now these people are all kind of like squirming around, not knowing what the fuck to do. Well, what do we do with this one? She's loud, she's obnoxious, she's exposing. Yeah, because you're fucking, what you're doing is wrong. You know, what they're doing is basically gaslighting the shit out of me, psychological abuse, and all this shit that I see straight through their fucking shit at the fucking Gold's Gym. They are real. Like I said, these people are horrible. They hate me. I can feel that they can't stand me at that place. I can feel it. You can feel when people don't like you and when they don't want you there. Certain people, and that's how I feel around some of these people who, the way they are so pretentious, the way that it's all fake, and I see that. I'm not dumb. It's unnatural the way some of them behave, and the way they are scripted, the way they start talking to me as if they're reading from a script and as if I'm supposed to, like they're fucking actors or fucking wannabes. It's ridiculous. And if you don't respond, like today, and what they're doing with me is they're trying to trigger me. They're trying to punish me for saying certain things about Jewish men, because I talk a lot about perverted Jews, and because that's the truth. I've met a lot of them over my life who happen to be fucking perverts, including that pervert who fucking filmed me in Austin years ago when I was in college. That fucking pervert, okay, who took advantage of my vulnerabilities. A fucking Jew. A fucking dirty Jew. Okay, yeah, I say it for exactly what the fuck it is. A dirty Jew who took advantage. It happened to be a criminal defense attorney. A filthy Jew who saw my vulnerabilities and saw a way to cash in on that, okay? And this is what a lot of them do. They're predatory. They're sex predators. They're perverts, and they're all into that fucking porno industry and shit like that, and they're always looking for goyim or other victims to exploit who don't know any better. And that's what happened to me a long time ago. Ironically, right around the time that I met that Walter Schutze and I was getting out of college and all that shit, and all that stuff happened to me. They were taking advantage of me, and I was too vulnerable and naive, and it was a certain look that I had that these people were perverted. It's a perverted people, perverted stuff. And I look back and I think, my God, if only I would have known what I know now. If only I would have known what I know now, none of that would have happened to me. And no, I'm not saying, I've talked about how I should have just stayed in New Mexico. I should have stayed at New Mexico State University and things would have been better and, my life would have been different. I don't even know what would have happened then. But I'm just saying that it is what it is, and I'm not, and now it's like having given a fucking certain narcissist a photograph of me that he asked that I wanted to get back. I said, give that picture back. Because I don't trust this asshole. He manipulated me into giving him a photo of me when I was like 20-something years old in New Mexico State University in my dorm room. That fucking asshole did it, and I was like, I know, I shouldn't be giving him anything like that because he's gonna use it against me. He's gonna do something evil with that. And that's what these fucking people do. And so I have to defend myself for these fucking people. They're horrible. And that asshole took that fucking picture of me, and now he's exploited me so much in so many ways, and nobody believes me. But I swear to God, that motherfucker is directly behind a lot of this gang stalking, this smear campaign shit that I go through at the gym. That fucking asshole who I've exposed because of his fucking lies and perverted shit and abuse, coercive abuse, that fucking whatever the fuck is Mr. Valdez asshole. And he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows what he's done to me, the damages or that he tried to do to me, and the fact that I'm trying to fucking heal from all that fucking abuse and trauma that this motherfucker did. And other people as well, to get my money, to get my identity, to steal my money, and to make sure that I was in a goddamn prison. That's what they tried to do. And so, of course, because who am I supposed to trust? Oh, I shouldn't trust the attorney ad litem. I shouldn't trust anybody. Should I? Who's on my side? I never know, because of what these people have been doing to me my entire life and my family. As soon as somebody might be on my side, how am I supposed to know if they're being blackmailed or bribed by that fucking Carter shit fucking Baldwin asshole? He is the main goddamn culprit of this. And my mother, who I still talk to because I have to, but whatever, because she's supposedly my biological mother, so every once in a while I'll call just to see if she's still alive. Because sometimes I have these fears or dreams that maybe something happened to her, so I have to just call to see, is she okay? Is she, just because I'm her daughter. But it's not like we have a good relationship, and I'll talk to her and I'll start telling her stuff because I haven't talked to her a month or two, and I start telling her things like saying, and she knows what I went through with that fucking asshole motherfucker, and she would tell me, get rid of him, Lindsay. Stay away from that guy. He's evil. Get walk away. Get away from him. And I'd say, I'm trying to. You don't understand what they're doing to me. You don't seem to understand. So it's like, I kept thinking to myself, is she involved? Are they all involved with this? Because why would, if I'm her daughter and she supposedly cares about me, it's hard to tell. It's hard to know what with these people who are narcissistic. And my mother has a lot of narcissistic personality traits. Just like a lot of these people, they have a lot of personality that's indicative of being narcissistic. And they know that. They know what they're doing. They're very abusive psychologically and manipulative. And I'm not a scapegoat. Just because I might have money or something that I like to do or something going for me, they're not entitled to it. Especially some fucking stranger I barely know trying to fucking invade my entire life and steal, what the fuck is that about? Seriously. So if you haven't been through this, you don't know what I'm talking about, most of you. You can't begin to imagine what this is like to have to fight every day for just your identity, basically, for your existence without being exploited and fucking stalked by predators and perverts. Because ever since I did that in Austin shit long ago, these motherfuckers know who the fuck I am. So I get stalked by a bunch of fucking perverts every fucking time I go to the gym. Some fucking old man pervert who tries to, they start hitting, I'll talk to them once and I'm too friendly, and then they start stalking me basically and won't leave me alone. It's more than just being friendly. They want something or something. It's disgusting. I see what they're doing to me. I see what some of these people are doing to try to entrap me and make me look foolish or make me feel embarrassed or ashamed, or it's all a fucking con game. I see that. And so I just want to be let the fuck alone when I go there or when I've gone there, but they won't. I'm too fucking friendly to the wrong kinds of people. Is that my problem? Is that I get certain feelings about certain people just from watching them, and then I end up being too nice to them, and then they take advantage, and then you see who they really are. They're real. Who they really are comes out, like as far as like what their intentions are. They'll say it and do things in subtle ways, but you see what they're up to. You can feel that, you can sense it whenever they give you weird little things or these things that are all clues about. It's like what's this about? What do you really want, and who are you? You don't even know if they, half the time, if that's their real name that they're using with these people. At least if they try to throw in my life to try to dissuade me or try to, throw me off my course or whatever the fuck I'm trying to do. It's just horrible, horrible. But this is what happens, especially to women, if you fight against a fucking man. If you ever accuse a man of being a predator, a sex predator, or harassing you, then all these fucking men start harassing you. Then they send out all these goddamn perverts to fuck with you. I swear to God. Because I have been fighting for what this motherfucker was doing to me for that long, taking advantage of me, doing that shit, and I have to been brave enough to talk about it. So of course they send these motherfuckers to mess with me and try to silence or shame me. I see what they're doing. Shame on you, because it's gonna fucking bite your ass one day, the shit that they do, thinking they can get away with it, that I'm that fucking dumb to not stand up for myself. Fuck that. These people are just disgusting, most people. That's why it's just, better off to not go to a fucking gym. They're filled with fucking predators and horny ass losers that are trying to hit on you, and if you ignore them, they get offended, or, they start a smear campaign. So then you have to go to some goddamn isolate and go in some fucking other room to exercise, and then the same thing starts fucking happening over there. It's like, just get the fuck away, go away. If there's a machine, you don't have to get right next to me. Get on a goddamn different fucking machine. Don't try to talk to me when I'm on the fucking treadmill or whatever. I want to be left alone. I don't work here. I'm not a fucking personal trainer, obviously. So what do you want? Besides trying to waste my fucking time and get me to talk and distract me. What do you really fucking want? Huh? What do you want? And if I say that, then all of a sudden I'm the villain. I'm the bad person for asking questions like that when these people clearly have an agenda. So they try to make it so uncomfortable for me there. They try to do so many things, little setups to entrap me in speech, to make me look stupid, to make me look like the bad person for being too goddamn nice to people that are asking me questions. I shouldn't say a fucking word to anybody. I should just go back, as long as I keep going to whatever fucking gym, just act like I can't fucking understand fucking English. Like they can't even fucking speak. These people have such an accent, you can barely fucking understand them. It's like, what? Say that again? Because I can't really fucking understand your English. It's like, I don't want to respond to this shit. These people are like mentally fucking ill, and I'm not going to deal with these kinds of people. It's not my fucking job. I'm not there to fucking babysit fucking criminals or fucking sex addicts or mentally ill asshole men or perverts or whatever. It's not my fucking responsibility. Okay, I'm not in a goddamn prison. I'm not working in a fucking mental hospital or fucking prison. Don't put that kind of fucking burden on me, god damn it. I'm sick and fucking tired of these people doing this to me. But they are. It's like I attract these kinds of fucking weirdo psychopath perverts or predators or a lot of the times, and I'm like, just get away from me. Stay away. I was already nice enough to you. Now that's it. Now move on. Find someone else. You're a married man or whatever. Get the fucking idea already. Just please stop distracting me. I'm not going to go if they're out of their fucking mind if they think they have anything that I'm going to get physical. Are they fucking crazy? What the fuck is wrong with these men or people? Seriously? I don't know what to think, but it's like, these men that are 75, whatever years old, what are you really doing? What are you trying to do with me? And it's annoying. It puts me in a bad, awkward situation because you don't really know what their fucking true intentions are, but you know that you feel awkward or that they're making you feel uncomfortable, on purpose. Yeah. So there's weird shit going on there as usual, and all this weird, it's like it's all connected. I see all the connections to this stuff that's going on in my life, and it's like, what are they wanting me to do now? Get up on the fucking treadmill and dance naked and do a performance? It's like they're wanting me to fucking entertain them or something. Fuck you. That's not my fucking goddamn job. Fucking dumb fucks. It's fucking horrible to go through this kind of fucking abuse like this exploitation, harassment shit every fucking day.